Om Shanti. Good morning, everyone. So I know I played a Marathi song and some of you might not understand, so I will apologize. But really, when I saw today's topic, which is all about having this sign of faith in the intellect, and which will guarantee, as Baba says, victory, but also a carefree stage. So Baba is really invoking us children to have these signs in the faith, like firmness, constancy, strength, and simultaneousness, all of these signs. And the song actually says that no matter what the circumstances may be, but let me always walk the righteous path. Let me have the righteous intellect so that I can have the righteous company and therefore I can take the righteous steps, right? And all of that comes based on the quality of your intellect, right? And the one most important quality that our intellect should have is faith, right? So Baba is really taking us through different signs that he would like to see in the quality of faith, right? Even like if I say I have faith, but then what kind of faith I have, right? And I will start with sharing a little story because it is so much connected with every aspect that you will listen to in the Murli today. And this is a story of a village where the village is hit by a misfortune and there was no rain for a long time. And so after waiting for long, the farmers in the village, they decide to do a yagya. And They show in the story that there is a little girl and she asks her dad that, where are we going? What are we doing? And so the father replies to her that if we pray to the to our God, through creating these sacrificial fires, then clouds will shower us with rainwater. So this girl goes with the father, and as she goes, she sees many villagers coming along. But then she also sees that she's the only one who has the umbrella. Nobody else has, right? So you understand where the story is going, right? How only she is the one that has faith in what her dad is saying, right? And therefore she says, if the rain comes, then, I mean, there's no if actually. The rain will come and I will get wet, so I will take the umbrella as my protection, right? So, lot of things are covered in the story, like what is the quality of our faith that we need to check today, really. So, without further ado, let's listen to Baba's words. This is spoken on 1st of, sorry, is this January 1st, 9th of January to 1995. And the essence is the sign of having faith in the intellect is to have guaranteed victory and to experience a constantly carefree stage. Today, Babdada, the protector and the teacher of all the children, is seeing the foundation of all his Brahmin children. So, what is the foundation of being called as a Brahmin child? All of you know that the foundation of the present elevated life is faith. From the beginning until now, to the extent that your foundation of faith is firm. So, this is the first quality that my faith should have, firmness. So, you check what is the firmness in my faith. So, to the extent that you have faith, which is based on this firmness, to that extent you constantly experience in a natural form being an easy yogi, having a gentle and pure nature, an attitude of good wishes, and soul conscious vision. So, the benefit, if you have firmness in the faith, the benefit is that you're a natural yogi, you're an easy yogi, you're gentle, your nature is pure, you always have good wishes, and you will have soul conscious vision. Then, at every moment, this is experienced from the sparkle of your face and from your activity. So, whatever we said, right? Natural yogi, gentleness, purity, and good wishes. This will be seen on our face and in our activity. Because in Brahmin life, it's not just a question of knowing, I am this, the father is this, right? So we say, no, I am soul, Baba is my supreme father, all of that. But to know means that you accept whatever you know and move along according to that, right? So my knowing, my accepting, and my activity or acting should all be aligned. Knowing is not enough. The world knows a lot of things, right? So knowing is not enough, but I really have to accept it, believe it, follow it. This is why your face and activity gives the experience of this. Bhaktada was seeing that all those children who call themselves Brahmins say with intoxication that they have faith in the intellect. Are all of you those who have faith in the intellect? Or are some of you not this, right? Babdada is asking all those children who have faith in the intellect, all of you speak of being those who are victorious through having faith in the intellect, right? Nishchay Buddhi Vijayanti. So if I say that I am victorious through having faith in the intellect, then Baba is asking, are you firm in this? So then, if you're firm, why is there sometimes victory and sometimes defeat? Do you not have faith at that time? When there is defeat, does it mean that I don't have faith? Because the sign of having faith in the intellect is to be victorious. So, the next follow up question is, are you constantly victorious? Mhm. So, you can say, yes, Baba, I have experience of being victorious. But then Baba is asking, is there constant victory? Or is it that you sometimes are victorious and sometimes there is fluctuation? Is there a little fluctuation? You're not saying yes now. What happens at that time? Does your faith finish at that time? When you're hit by a circumstance or a storm or an obstacle, that's the real test paper, right? And if you worry even a little, hmm, that means faith ki kami hai, right? There is less faith. There is not constant faith. So Baba is saying, are you those who constantly have faith in the intellect? Are you constantly victorious? Or are you choking or dozing off every now and then? Hmm? So if I'm experiencing defeat, if I'm experiencing fluctuation, if I experience choking, if I am experiencing dozing off, right? Weakness in any form of these, Baba is saying it is a sign of not having constant faith. The foundation of faith has to be strong on all four sides. What are these four sides? Baba will explain. So he says all four sides should be strong. Or it is it that sometimes instead of all four being strong, one or two sides become weak? When anything is to be made strong, it is tightened from all four sides. If even one side has even a little fluctuation, would it remain strong? Right? Whether you build a house or you make something, right? All four sides are have to be strong. You can't let one side loose. So Baba is saying if you let one side loose, no, if it's not strong, even if one side has even a little fluctuation, then would it remain strong? It would shake, would it not? So you know about all four types of faith. Faith in the Father, faith in the self, faith in the drama, and faith in the Brahmin family. You must not just have faith in knowing all four of them, but in accepting and moving along with them. Right? So to have lot of faith in self, in the Father, in drama, and in Brahmin family. Hmm? How many of you think you have faith in all four? I would like to see how many of you raise hands. Because sometimes we say we have a lot of faith in Baba, which is pretty clear, right, for all of us. But then we don't have so much faith in the self, and we don't have so much faith in the family. And sometimes we even doubt the drama. So Baba is saying, he's asking, check, you must not just have faith in knowing all four of them, but in accepting and moving along with them. If even one side is known, but you're not moving along according to it, then there would be fluctuation in your victory. So, say, for example, you say, I have faith in the self, right? But then when it comes to doing something, you doubt, oh, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it. When you utter these words, I am not sure, I don't know, that itself says that there is lack of faith, right? So that means you know that there should be faith in the self. So knowing is there, but in accepting and moving along with that knowing, there is a little bit difference in that. So Baba is saying you must not just have faith in knowing all four of them, but in accepting and moving along with them. If even one side is known, but you're not moving along according to it, then there would be fluctuation in your victory. At the time when there is fluctuation in your victory, check which of the four sides is fluctuating. Hmm? And subtly, there is a lot of lack in the faith in the self. On the superficial level, we say we have a lot of faith in the self, but really, if there is lack of self-respect, that itself means that there is lack in the self, faith in the self. There is lack in that. So there is a lot of subtle aspects of this. Baba is saying you have to check which one is weak. Many times, Babdada sees that the children have passed in having faith in the Father, but sometimes, although they know about themselves, they even say, I am this, right? And Baba will give examples later in the Murli. But he's saying, you know about yourself, right? That I am a soul, I am eternal, I am beautiful, I am creative, right? You know all of this. However, there is a difference in accepting and moving along according to it, in being the embodiment of all that you know and accept it, and in it being in your activity and actions. So maybe you know that I am a world benefactor, right? And you accept it also. Yeah, that's a good title. I like it. Hmm? But then when it comes to actually bringing benefit to self and to others and to the world, it is number wise. And it's like there is difference, Baba is saying, in knowing and becoming an embodiment of it. So on the one hand, you think that you are master almighty authority, that you are a world benefactor. And on the other hand, you are not able to attain victory over a small situation. You are the master almighty authorities. But then you say that the situation is very big, that the circumstance is like this. So Baba is saying, is this faith, or is it just knowing and not accepting and moving along according to it? Mhm. So, yes, situations can be big and obstacles can be big and storms can look very fearsome. But deep inside, if the knowing is there that victory is mine, then can I act from that space of knowing, and remain stable, not become worried, not become tensed? That's the real question I need to ask myself, right? So Baba is saying that you have to accept and move along according to it. You say and think that you are world benefactors, but let alone the world, you are weak even in bringing benefit to the self. If at that time you are told that by not bringing about transformation in the self, you are not a self transformer, then what response do you give? Hmm? You are world benefactors, but you find self transformation very difficult. You say it is difficult to change this. What would you call this? One who brings benefit to the world, Vishwa Kalyankari, or one who weakens the world, Vishwa Kamzorkari? So, in terms of self, also, according to the circumstances, according to the time, according to your connections and relations, you should be the embodiment of that faith, right? Because, self transformation has a deep connection with world transformation. So, if I say I am world benefactor, I definitely have to be self benefactor, no? First, I have to always bring benefit to myself. And मेरी चढ़ती कला के बहाने सर्व का भला, ऐसा है ना? It's not that if you are in the ascending stage, I will go in ascending. No, it's when I am in the ascending stage, everyone connected to me will go in the ascending stage, right? So I have to bring benefit to myself first, Baba is saying, then automatically the world will be benefited. So Baba is saying you should be the embodiment of that faith. For souls who have such faith in the intellect, victory is guaranteed. You have the faith that you are an elevated soul. This is firm in everyone, is it not? Hmm? Or you feel, I'm not that great, Baba. I don't know why you chose me. Any one of you has that thought? Why Baba chose me? Pata nahi mere mein kya dekha? Right? If you have this thought also, it is a sign of having doubt. It's a sign of not trusting his choice, right? So Baba is reminding us that when you say, I am an elevated soul, then do you have faith in that? This is firm in everyone, is it not? Or are you weak in even this lesson? Is it firm? Acha. If any scientist of the world tries to make you fluctuate in the fact that you're not a soul but a body, would you believe him? प्रूफ भी करे आपके सामने, प्रूफ लेकर हाँ, कल को बाबा आकर कहे कि दिस वर्ल्ड इज नॉट गोइंग टू बिकम अ हेवन, Would that make you shake, fluctuate, or would you still remain stable? These are some of the questions, they would ask us when we used to go to IYF. Even if Baba comes and tells you tomorrow, I am not going to bring heaven on earth, would you fail then? Would you fluctuate? So Baba is asking, is it firm? Or would you try to convince him, just as you have made it firm that you are not a body but a soul, and that you have also made it firm what type of soul you are? So too, for souls who have such faith in the intellect, their victory is also guaranteed to that extent. Right? If you have faith that I am a deity quality soul, right? Only then you will be able to come in the deity clan, no? If you don't have that belief or that faith, then it's very hard, right? So Baba is saying defeat is impossible. Sorry. Defeat is impossible and victory is guaranteed. When any type of situation comes in front of you, and it is also certain that things will come in front of you till the end, Baba says there should be a faithful intellect in all four aspects. Which four aspects? We need faith in which four aspects?
Faith in Baba, faith in the self, faith in the Brahmin family, and faith in Rama.
Good, very good. So the all four aspects, Baba says, no matter however big is the situation, whatever comes, you still need to have faithful intellect in four aspects. The faith should be firm in all four aspects simultaneously. If you have faith in three and not in one, then victory is not guaranteed. But you would attain victory through having to make effort. Imagine you heard something very negative about your center, let's say, for example. Then would your faith shake? You have to ask yourself this question, because these are the things that will happen more and more as time goes, right? These kinds of things will happen. If you hear something very negative about an XYZ person who's a Brahmin, long time, would you let your faith dilute? Right? So Baba is saying, no matter what, you have to have faith simultaneously. Right? So first he said faith should be firm, then he said faith should be constant, then he said faith should be strong on all four sides, and now he's saying the faith should be firm in all four aspects simultaneously. So that's the fourth quality, simultaneously. If you have faith in three and not in one, then victory is not guaranteed, but you would attain victory through having to make effort. Those who have guaranteed victory will not have to make any effort. That's the difference. If you see you're struggling a lot and you have to make a lot of effort, then kaha kaam karna hai. Many times, many of you say, Bab Dada is very good. It is fixed that there is Baba and there are we children, and we have a relationship with the Father alone. But that there is conflict with the divine family. Your faith fluctuates in this, and therefore you leave the family aside. You become slack in that and make the relationship with the Father very strong. But one side has become slack. Do you wish to come into the rosary without the family? That's why I picked up that picture of a rosary around the garland, like a garland around Baba's neck, right? And so you would have seen how a rosary is threaded, right? How a rosary is made. All the beads are connected to each other. And if there is a gap in the beads, then the thread can be seen. And if the thread is seen, then that rosary really does not look nice. So Baba is saying, do you wish to come in the rosary? Do you wish to come into the rosary? Do all of you wish to come? Acha, do you wish to come into 108 or 16,000? You wish to come into 108, and there are 3,000 of you sitting here. So out of 3,000, who will come into 108? All of you will come. then the rosary, then the numbers within the rosary will increase. When is the rosary created? Baba says when a bead is close to another bead and they're threaded on the one thread. If they are separate beads on separate threads, would you call that a rosary? So the family is a rosary. If you leave the family aside and become strong in the other three types of faith, then also victory is not guaranteed. Baba says, even if one side is weak, then also victory is not guaranteed. Let me move away from the conflict of the family. Baba is my support. If you move away from the family, will this do? Will it not do? Are you concerned with the father or the brothers? You're concerned with the father. You are to receive the inheritance from the father. What would you receive from the brothers and sisters? However, it is the uniqueness within Brahmin life that both the religion and the kingdom are being established. It is not just a religion that is established, right? And kingdom mein to you have everyone, no? So Baba is saying it's religion and also kingdom. All other religious founders, they simply establish a religion. The father's speciality is that he establishes both a religion and a kingdom. And this is why you call it easy Rajyoga. What would one king do alone in a kingdom? Even if he has to a very good throne and crown, what could he do? A kingdom is needed. Subjects nahi honge, to king kya karega, right? A kingdom means a Brahmin family and so the ruling family. You have faith in the intellect in every situation within the Brahmin family. And so, in terms of the fortune of the kingdom, also, you constantly have a right to the kingdom. So, here it's very beautiful line. Baba says, if you have faith here in every Brahmin of the Brahmin family, then that will give you the proof that there in the golden age, you will also have right to the kingdom. यहाँ अगर फैमिली में फेथ नहीं है तो वहाँ भी किंगडम में you cannot become a king because a king is one in which every subject would have faith, right? But that is based on now. If I have faith in everyone, then there everyone will have faith in me. Do not think that it does not matter if you're not able to get along well with the family, but that you're getting on fine with the father. What does it matter if you forget the drama because you remember the father anyway? If you become weak in your own stage, that is when you are weak in having faith in the self, when any weakness comes at any time, then instead of your victory being guaranteed, there is fluctuation in it. So, Niyati is drama, Niyanta is Baba, right? So I can't say that I have faith in Baba but not in drama. I should have faith in both. And then it's very important to have faith in the self that I am that victorious jewel. I am that bead in the rosary. And then act from that space, right? And faith in the family. Bhale koi kaisa bhi ho, but that's their part. So I have that faith that they are doing what they're supposed to do, right? So I think we will stop here, right? Rakhi Ben, is this a good place to stop?
Yeah, Didi.
It must be what time? It must be 6. No, now you want to end by 6:15, you said, right? Don't remember. Okay, so we will check. Baba will also talk more about the foundation of this faith tomorrow. So this Murli will continue. But really today, as a homework, you can just Check deep inside, look into your heart and see, do I doubt myself ever? Do I find faults in myself? Am I happy where I am? Or I feel, oh nahi, mujhe to wahan hona chahiye tha. Or do I feel ये जॉब से अच्छा मुझे वो जॉब करना चाहिए था? मैं पता नहीं मैं इसमें कैसे आ गई? पता नहीं ये फील्ड कैसे चूज़ कर लिया? सो ये क्वेश्चंस सेल्फ के लिए, इनके साथ क्यों मेरा कनेक्शन है? हाँ, सो ये दूसरों के प्रति. So all of this, so have a really nice chit chat with Baba. If you get time in the day, then maybe write a little bit about these four faiths: faith in the self, faith in Baba, faith in drama, and faith in family. And see the quality of your faith. Right? What is the quality of my faith? Can I say I have faith? Right? One time, Sister Moini shared with us that something happened in Peace Village, and she was little worried, tiny bit. And she saw at Baba's picture in her room, and she felt Baba saying to her, "Are you worrying?" And she said, then Baba said, "That means you don't have faith in me." And in that moment, she said, "I promised to Baba, no matter what, I will never worry in my life." Because she said that worrying is also a sign of not having faith in Baba, faith in drama, faith in my own destiny, right? Why should I not trust? Why should I not trust कि मैंने बहुत अच्छे कर्म किए हैं, तो मेरे साथ कभी बुरा हो ही नहीं सकता है. Drama कल्याणकारी है. Every scene is कल्याणकारी, right? So really have this nice intoxication that I am very fortunate. I have this faith and I will maintain this faith. Okay, let's take a pause and then would love to hear from some of you. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Anyone wants to share? What touched your heart?
Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti.
Everything touched my heart today. To
Okay.
answer your that first question, it's such a nice Murli, and Baba has explained it in such a nice way. Those four pillars is like I could see a house on the top of the ground, not touching the ground, but like elevated. And there are four pillars below that house. That even if one of the pillars falls, then that house is going to fall. That's the visualization which I was having while this Murli was being read out.
Mm.
And
Nice.
so I think that image is now stuck in my head. Like if the house is going to fall, even if one of the pillars is weak. So it's very, very important. It's a very thought-provoking Murli because it really is going to make you conscious that no matter which situation is around you, are you still remaining victorious from inside and having
Right.
full faith in the drama, in Baba, in the family, as well as in your own self as well. I think that's equally important because things sometimes don't happen exactly the way we desire. So then we start becoming weak because we feel that we did not get that, so I'm not worthy of it, or I'm not, meritorious enough. But this Murli really empowers you. And I would really say that not only in the spiritual vision. I think in the practical day-to-day life, these 4 pillars are really important. For me, that house and the 4 pillars is going to stay in my head. Thank you, Baba, and thank you for the nice description, sister.
Thank you for sharing.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Sister, today's Murli is very, very, very. It is a Baba has given 100% mohar. कहा जाता है ना कि मोहर लगा दी 100% guaranteed victory. That stamp has given by Baba. And sister just said that the 4 pillars. It's also really true that the 4 pillars she has remembered. So guaranteed victory and the self-checking. So there is a fluctuating or there is a continuous victory is there. So self-checking it is given in this Murli. So self-checking, through self-checking, this guaranteed victory is guaranteed. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. While Harpitran and Kagesh Bhai were sharing, what I was getting was today Baba spoke about 4 different faiths. And I could see the 5th faith, having faith on all these 4 aspects of faith on self, faith on Brahma, faith on Baba, and faith on the Brahmin family. And such a beautiful vision Baba speaks about, that it's only when we have all these 4 faiths intact, constant, is where you will establish Satyug, the golden age. So such a beautiful vision that Baba brought in. Practically, if one look at this, is while you are in a family or at a workplace, what really works is when everybody come together and there is a space that each one is here to achieve this vision, is when things moves on. So I resonate with what Harpithan said, that these are the 4 pillars to live a practical life as well. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Anything else? Anyone? Besides this point, anything else?
Om Shanti, Benji. Good morning,
Om
everyone.
Shanti.
As for me, the Baba talked about the 4 pillars right there, having faith in self, Baba, drama, and the Brahmin family. At one point, when we received the news that when the doctor told that my son's eye cancer, he will only survive for 1 month. And I did mention this to my local family. Everyone was shooting us down. That's why you have gone to Brahma Kumaris. You see, one after another, something or other is happening to you. You better come back and just pray as per normal in the temple. Don't go and get messed up with all these things, because to them it could be some cult movement or something. So better you awaken. And that's the time Baba in the Murli mentions the same thing. Have faith. Keep your hand up, the intellect, give to Baba, have faith in Baba. Baba is always with you. And I was thinking, what am I doing? Don't get shaken up. But it, for a short while, people, how much of influence. So after that, there's no turning back. Whatever happens, yes, it is happening. If he's supposed to leave the body, that's according to drama, his part is over with us. Because that time also we heard the sharing of Brij Mohan Bhai, how his Lokik brother at a young age, he left the body, and how Baba kept him and he did seva in the yagya and so on. You see how practical they were. We have to learn that. So that helped. Om Shanti.
Very beautiful experience. You already are victorious. I think you passed in the paper. What happens to the child, that's a different aspect. But your test paper, I think you already are, Bab, this is what Moini Didi always says, that ek hai hum pass hote hai, and the other is we pass with honors. So you always remind yourself that no matter what situation comes, what paper comes, I want to pass with honors, Baba. I want to pass with honors. And I see that in you, sister. So it's very beautiful, very powerful. And thank you for sharing. And I send a lot of healing energy so that your son can recover.
I want to share one today's Miss Amrut Vela Baba said that practice is complete. Yes, practice is enough. Practice you have done. Now is the time to balla gumao.
Right,
बल्ला
right.
घुमाने का टाइम आ गया है. This practice is now sufficient, and now your time is to balla ghumao.
You have to practically show it in your activity.
Yes.
And yeah, yeah. And you know, the world will always say you things. There was this brother who was very good and kind of just maybe 1 year into Gyan, and he was like a VIP soul, millionaire, and he stuck with this. He was like, you know, diwala nikal jata hai. Kind of like that. He had loss in his business, and everybody said to him the same thing that you said, that you know, you have joined Brahma Kumaris and see what's happening to you, and see what's, you know, misfortune has come, blah blah blah. And he said to them, you know what, I'm standing here in one piece is because I'm in Brahma Kumaris.
Yes.
Otherwise, I would have been devastated by now. I would have been shattered and completely lost my life by now if I would have not been in Brahma Kumaris. So that
Yes.
power that I'm standing is because of that. So you see, you know, how you respond is also so important, that they can also see your faith then. Very nice.
Yes. Yes.
Om
That's true.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Fate is connected to drama. Drama and fate are interrelated.
Faith can be, I mean, faith जैसा वैसे तो देखा जाए तो karma से related है. It's not really related with drama. I mean, fate is what? You say, oh, this one is so lucky, right? Or this one is so not lucky. So why we say that? It's not somebody's lucky. उन्होंने पिछले जन्मों में बहुत अच्छे कर्म किए तो अभी उसको फटाफट मिल रहा है बिना मेहनत किए. Right? That's what is lucky, right? Lucky means what? You didn't do much effort and you got something. You didn't do anything much and something came to you. So that is basically lucky. Unlucky is you do a lot of effort and still you're not able to get it. So definitely it's connected with your karmas.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
but it's okay. I think, you know, now we don't even have to think that way, that I must have done some bad karma or anything like that. No, Baba says past is past. I sow seeds now and I confirm that my future is wonderful. That's it. That's
Om
all.
Shanti.
Yes, Sujata Ben. Yes.
Baba's knowledge, whatever Baba is giving us the knowledge will shape our karma. That faith in that knowledge will shape our karma account. So that we can resolve time to time how a drama is going to happen. Means we take a back step. Before moving further, we realize, yes, we have faith in knowledge, we have faith in intellect, and then we move along. So the faith itself is like a backbone, or what you can say, shield for us. It will shape our karma, it will resolve our obstacles, everything. So basically, faith in self is very basic. When we have come in contact with Baba, that is the first day we have resolved that we are of Babas. So we have self faith that is fixed. Secondly, faith in Baba, that is also along with our self. We and Baba are one and one. So now remaining is the drama. So along with Baba's knowledge, intellect, faith, we are moving along with Baba. Then every time we are secured with the help of this faith itself. Faith is very, very, what you can say, precious for us. We can't let this faith go at any moment. Rest all will be resolved automatically. What I feel. Yes. firmness, constant. That's
Right.
important.
Baba said it's the foundation today. He used the word that Baba is looking at the foundation of the elevated life of a Brahmin child, and that foundation is faith. So yes, faith नहीं है तो फिर Brahmin भी नहीं है. Yes, brother, you want to say something? Or sister, I don't know. Who was it? Okay. All are so quiet today. Shall we then end if nobody has anything to share?
I think Didi, this silence is for each one of us to check on all these 4 points as the foundation of victory.
Tina Ben?
Right. Hanji.
Yeah. So one of the things when someone was, well, the journey was happening about when you mentioned about karma, and Baba said that whatever is past, past is past. But the way the people are wound up, the way they are wound up in thinking and in experiences, there gets to be a collapse between fate and faith. That is takdir or bharosa. There is a collapse between that. And I was wondering that how people don't have faith, why people don't surrender, why people don't have that vishwas, why people don't have that nishchay buddhi. If you see when there is a child, he's got complete faith in everything around there. The concept, the world of not having trust does not arise. There's so much of bliss, there is so much of natural expression that a child has got. That is why children look like angels. But as they grow up with the kind of the Vayumandal that is around, the environment that is around, the experiences that people get, there is so much of fear that sets in. And then the kind of things people are infused with. Chalo tumhare naseeb mein nahi hoga. So what you rightly pointed out, that people don't have that awareness that no, this is because of their karmas that they are getting the returns. So this awareness which Baba is giving, it kind of slowly and slowly gets seeped into the skin when people start getting more and more into the Gyan and start operating from there. And that is what actually sets you free. And this has been my personal experience, that when people say be carefree, Baba said, no, today's title was being carefree. People don't know to draw the thin line. There's a thin line between being carefree and being careless. So they'd end up being careless, or they have that fear that मैं ज़्यादा carefree हो गया तो मैं mistake नहीं कर बैठूं, मैं ज़्यादा किसी पे trust नहीं कर बैठूं, I don't end up getting cheated again. And then that doesn't even allow people to be sthita pragya, to be stable and do the, get into the yoga as well, do the yoga. Mind keeps on oscillating, running between things, because they just can't be with something that would have them be stable. If they're stable, they feel there is something wrong. And then coming back to slowly getting into deeper into yoga is when this is what my practical experience has been, that getting into yoga, getting to be stable over a period of time, and then developing the muscle of being Nishchay Buddhi Vijayanti. So this has been my experience, sister.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, faith is actually connected with intellect. And trust, Vishwas जो है, एक है निश्चय, एक है विश्वास. Nishchay is faith and Vishwas is trust. Faith is connected with the intellect and trust is connected with the heart. So when the child is there, he really doesn't have much experiences of the world yet. So his heart is still intact. So it's easy for him to trust and have faith in his father. When the child is thrown up in the air, he's not at all scared
Yeah.
because he has faith that the father will catch hold of him. Right? आपको मुझे कोई ऊपर डालेगा तो हम तो जाएंगे ही नहीं, right? So because we don't have that faith. Why?
Yeah.
Because we have seen so much. The world is still a degraded place, right? The world
Yeah.
is still Tamo Pradhan place. So we have been deceived, we have been hurted. Our hearts are broken. And so therefore the trust has been shattered many a times. And so therefore it takes a little while for us to really remove those
It does.
tiny subtle seeds of sorrow that have been seeped in the heart. Even though you might say, oh, my heart is fine, I'm okay, but really there are those subtle seeds of sorrow if you
Yeah.
do a good checking, and kuch na kuch hai. That's why sometimes you don't feel happiness. There are times when you feel sad. And why? Because of those subtle sorrows that you're carrying in your heart. So when I give my heart to Baba, when I really make him the king of this heart, then slowly, slowly he starts to heal. The more your heart heals, the more love you allow to enter your heart, the more trust will develop. The more trust develops, the more intellect will start to see, this is working. So intellect has that logic now, reason is given. So faith is increased. And the more the faith increases, the more the victory is guaranteed. So it's all really connected.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good point, to remember that I have to be very faithful. Being
And
faithful and trustworthy are two
yeah.
very important quality for Baba to be also able to use you. Sister Moini always says, what do I see in an instrument? How do I know that you are a good instrument? Is I will ask myself, is this person trustworthy? And the more you're trustworthy, you are a good instrument. So yeah.
And
What were you?
when I went to Abu for the first time, uh, I I can connect to what you were saying. That I was sitting in Baba's room, and of course, I had gone with a lot of apprehensions and insecurities and things like that. And I don't know, something happened, and it was like a silent space. There was that space, there was nothing, as if there are no people around me. There is
Mm,
absolute silence. There was like a vacuum, and it was only me and Baba. That is it. And it was
mm,
as if my eyes have got locked. My whole body got locked, and I had tears rolling out of my eyes. And I
mm,
did not know heck of what is happening with me. And I was lost. It was
mm,
almost like getting into a trance kind of a thing, that
mm,
I was not in my own self.
mhm,
Only after a few minutes when I came out did I have an experience of getting back to being like a child,
mm,
having that faith where I'm thrown up in the air and I'm not worried about not being securely caught.
mm.
And from that day, it started shifting. But when you said no, it takes a bit of time, yes, it
Mm.
does.
And it's okay.
And it's
It's
okay.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
perfectly okay. Some people take more time, people come around fast. It's okay. But the
yeah.
moment you get it, then
Mm.
you're set on it, is what my
Right.
experience is.
Yeah, yeah. Like that sister said, no, that once I've taken the decision, there's no turning back.
There's no turning back. Yeah.
That's how it should be. Starting, they say that when you do the course, if you just done the course, you can ask 100 questions. You can doubt until the moment you reach to the stage where your heart says, yes, Baba, I belong to you. And that's it, period.
Yeah.
After that, there should never, ever, you should allow any doubt to seep inside. You
Yeah.
can ask questions, but not out of doubt. Out of curiosity, yes, but not out of doubt. So never allow any doubt, any manmat or parmat or janmat or whatever
Yeah.
mat is there outside, don't let it affect you. Yeah. So I loved what she was also sharing. Very nice.
I think you can get on to the meditation now, sister.
Okay, all right. So let's sit straight. Just allow the silence around you to fill in every breath that you're taking in. And with every piece of silence that you are taking in, allow the awareness of being peace emerge. I am an embodiment of peace, and it feels natural to be peaceful. It feels good. It feels real to be peaceful. So, when I stabilize myself in this state of being an embodiment of peace, I find myself radiating light, which is filled with the vibration of peace. And every vibration then affects my body, influences my surrounding, but also my friends and relatives and every soul that I come in connection with. I have this faith that I am a peaceful being. And even if somebody becomes an instrument to bring a situation in front of me, I remain peaceful. I always have a choice. I remind myself that I am peaceful. And every time I execute this choice that I make in that moment, I firmly stabilize my faith. I make the faith strong for myself. And it is not just a question of the self. In that moment, I also have faith that Baba, the ocean of peace, is with me, my companion. So I always have access to the ocean of peace. Even if I feel drained out, I can connect with him. I know I can draw upon his energy into myself. So I have faith in Baba in that moment. But I also have faith in drama, that this is the scene that is required for me to move forward in my journey to that highest destination that I have chosen for myself. So I can see my faith in drama becoming strong. And ultimately, I am aware that each soul is my Baba's child. Directly or indirectly, I am connected. Every soul is playing an accurate part. So I have faith in whatever they think, say, or do is accurate. I don't use that as an excuse to cause myself any kind of harm. So I simultaneously have faith in all four aspects. And I can see that I am instantly victorious in that moment. I have no question, no doubt, no disturbance. And through the rest of the day, as I move along, as I meet people, as I look into the mirror of my own heart, as I connect with Baba, as I look at different scenes of drama, I will always choose to showcase my faith in every possible way, inside and outside. I am faithful. Om Shanti. Okay, everyone, have a good day. See you all tomorrow.
Thank you
Om
so
Shanti,
much.
sisters. See
Om
you tomorrow.
Shanti.
Bye.
Thank you, sister. Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
Shanti.